guys, welcome back to the channel. We have a little bit of an explanation video today because there's been some changes happening around here the last couple of weeks and haven't really been keeping you guys in the loop because, to be honest with you, I wasn't really sure what the plan was and I didn't know how it was all going to work out, but the dust has kind of settled now and I thought it was about time to share what's happened, why it's happened and what the plan is now basically. So before we start, let's just ignore how dirty Daniel is. He's not neglected, he is just living out his feral life in the field and it is very muddy here, very wet, hence why he's in and not the others, because I tried to get Rocco in earlier and he was extremely excited because of the wind, so we've had to go with the sane old man, but he is rocking the ski board look. Just gonna have to allow that. So basically, if you've been following this channel since I've been posting again, you'll know that I've had a little bay 15-1 mare, 5-year-old that I've been producing called Jessie. My initial plan when I first got her was to sell her at the start of the new year, but I kind of fell in love with it again and hoped that I could continue producing her a little bit longer. I was really enjoying it, but I did say to my mum I'd promised I'd put her up before the new year, because that was the terms of when I bought her. She said, you got to stick by your word. So I did that. I very loosely advertised her and had quite a lot of interest, but I actually ended up taking her off sale after that because it wasn't really what I wanted to do and the ride home didn't fall into my hands. So I decided that I'd actually keep her a bit longer. I had a couple of travel plans. Like, I do have a big travel plan that was always in place for middle of January, end of January, start of February. But that was kind of it at that point, so I thought, you know, I could send her away for a couple of weeks then, it'd be alright, and she'd come back and continue cracking on with her. But then an amazing opportunity came up for me in February and March to go travelling for a good 5-6 weeks, and I felt, although I did want to keep producing Jess, and yeah, I could have sent her away for that amount of time, that's a lot of money. It's not really my horse I'm producing then. She would have been sent away to somebody basically for more time than I'd spent with her. And if I didn't send her away, I didn't feel it was fair to make mum look after her. That's not very fair on her. It was my horse to buy and produce and sell. And if I just left it with my mum, I feel really bad for that. I'm really leaving her with a pregnant mare, Dan, Rocco and Johnny. So basically I had one option and that was to sell her really quickly. So I put her back up for sale. She wasn't in work because I'd just come back from travelling, so it was already a little bit not ideal, to say the least. I knew I was going to be taking a hit on her price, like I wasn't going to be making a profit basically in any way. In fact, I actually took a huge loss on her for what I sold her in the end, but it had to be done because there really was no other option. I can't leave her with my mum. Yeah, okay, I could have sent her away, but I didn't really want to do that and the cost of it would have been insane, and then I still would have had to sell it afterwards, so it was quite a long process if I did that. So she wasn't in work because I've been away in Budapest and travelling, and I'd gone up to Liverpool and I'd been here, there and everywhere and not around to be riding her, so she was a few weeks out of work and only really very light hacking and schooling before that because she was on a bit of we'd been out country, we'd been out show jumping and I was letting her have a bit more chill time. So she wasn't really in the place to sell that I wanted her to be in when I was meant to come around to selling her, but as things happened, kind of my only option at that point. Right home came along and she very quickly found her new home, so yeah, unfortunately that means Jess will no longer feature on this channel, but you know, sometimes things happen quickly and things change and you get other opportunities come up and you've got to be willing and open to take those risks and say yes to things, and I didn't want to look back and miss out on this opportunity. I mean, it's going to Australia and New Zealand for 6 weeks, travelling around that, so who would want to miss out on that basically. But yeah, so I just wanted to be open with you guys and honest and I didn't want any people, because I know people saw online her up for sale and probably wondering why I'd put her up for so cheap, because she was worth a lot more than that in my opinion. But as she wasn't in work and she hadn't really been doing much, I didn't feel like it was fair to advertise her for more. So I was okay to take that huge loss and let somebody else have fun producing her. With horses, it's always, you know, you take a risk sometimes, don't you? And sometimes it pays off, and other times it doesn't. It really paid off with my old horse Johnny, my little grey one. It paid off tenfolds with him, but just this time it didn't with Jess. That doesn't mean to say I didn't have a wonderful time producing her. I had so much fun, and she taught me so much again about young horses, even for the 3 months I had her for. And I really hope her and her owner have lots of fun together, and she's still very much a project, but hopefully the new owner will have a good time producing her, putting her own stamp on a lovely little mare. Sad it couldn't be me, but can't be sad for too long because travel awaits and lots of amazing opportunities in the new year. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here really and explain, because I feel like I owe it to you guys. A big thank you to Albie, obviously massively helped with fitting her with the saddle. Unfortunately, we never got to test out her new saddle, but having Sophie out and looking at all the saddle and everything was really interesting anyway, and I'm sure I'm going to have some useful things to take into the future there anyways. So maybe I have to do a little bit of a plan now. Maybe you guys are wondering like, what if I'm travelling, what's going to happen to the horses. So I'm keeping Johnny at least until I'm back travelling. I'm definitely back travelling mid-March, because Bella's having her foal between mid-March and start of May or something, end of May, I'm not really sure, like around that time. So I absolutely am going to come home for that, because I have to be on night watch and stuff, and I want to be there for her when that happens. And then I'm hoping to get some eventing in this year. My plan is to stick around throughout those months and get Johnny going up and running again, hopefully get him to some events. I haven't really got any other travel plans really for the new year beyond March, but my main goal for then is to event John, and maybe a little bit of Rocky too, but I am getting really big for him, so he's just going to be like Uncle Rocco to Bella's foal, and you're going to be Grandad Dan. But yeah, so I think it's going to be January is going to be a really exciting month for the social media, because the venture I'm going on is actually going to be all over the social media. It's a big part of that is going to be about posting it online, so I'm really excited to share with you guys. I've been waiting a long time for that, and I've been teasing it for like literally almost 2 years now, so I can't wait to actually finally share it with you all. And then when I'm off in February and March, now it'll probably be a bit of a slow time for the channel, but I'll try and pre-film some videos. But yeah, that's kind of it. Hopefully that clears some things up. Sorry I've kind of kept you out of the loop for a bit and didn't update you as it happened, but I just wanted to make sure everybody's happy and it was all kind of, as I said, the dust is all settled first. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what videos you'd like to see besides vlogs, because I know you guys do enjoy the vlogs, but if you want some variety or anything, just let me know what you're thinking. I can do my best to get that out there, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which I think will be my end of year post, the classic end of the year edit, which I need to get around to editing. It is the 29th today and I have not edited it, but I will have it edited for the 31st. Okay, I'll see you guys then. Bye.
Trapping like the narco, got dope like Pablo, cut throat like Pablo, chop trees with the Draco, on the north got Diego, say hasta luego, we'll be in rapping kilo, snub nose with potato. Take out. No monkey in the jungle, blind hot like a sauna, bouncing off and I'm trying to weave an anaconda, jumping in the water, trying to slip across the border, got see cars out, got me big bad for Ronald, out bag of money, know I gotta have it, savage, but I'm till a gentleman in Cali, Atlantic, nigga turn them in about the cabbage, kill his whole family, they run off with the package, I just put a pack on the way to Bogota, fuck his eyes out, and I'm telling what he saw, I'm watch out, I don't know if he'll talk, get a chainsaw and I'ma saw our legs off, they know that we're gang, but they say that we'll ring, investigating, taking pictures of the whole thing, undercover trying to do his thing, 10 mil on the plane, going to them in a team, trapping like the narco, got dope like Pablo, cut throat like Pablo, chop trees with the Draco, on the north got Diego, say hasta luego, we'll be in rapping kilo, snub nose with potato, hey, cold gang with the cocaine, the more money make more rain, going up a pan while I'm back in propane, point blank range give a nigga nose range, skip to my Lou with the pack and the cat, Jiffy, Lou with the bricks where they at,